What if your car's tires could think, feel, and change shape while you drive? Meet the Goodyear Eagle 360 Urban, a tire that looks like it came straight out of a sci-fi movie. Instead of the usual round tire, this one is a full sphere. It connects to the car using magnetic levitation, kind of like how futuristic trains float above their tracks. That means the car could move in any direction, even sideways, like it's dancing instead of driving. But here's where it gets really wild. The outer layer of this tire is covered in something Goodyear calls bionic skin. It's packed with sensors, so the tire can literally feel the road beneath it. Rain starting to fall? The tire reacts instantly. Tiny actuators under the surface pull the tread inward, creating small dimples that grip wet roads better. Once the road dries up, those same actuators push the tread back out, smoothing it over again. So basically, this tire adapts in real time, changing its grip based on what's actually happening outside. It's not just a tire anymore, it's a smart, responsive piece of technology. If concepts like this excite you, stick around. There's a lot more futuristic tech coming your way. Innovation like this reminds us, the future isn't coming, it's already rolling in. What if a robot hand could learn new skills just by watching people? This changes everything. Meet Mimik Hand M1, a robotic hand built to move and work more like a human. Instead of following the same fixed commands every time, it learns by watching people, understanding images, reading language, and using real-world data. That means it can quickly pick up new tasks without starting from zero. With 21 flexible joints, it can lift up to 7 kilograms while handling delicate work with amazing accuracy. Imagine a hand that can carefully assemble tiny parts one moment and move heavier items the next. That makes it perfect for factories, warehouses, and assembly lines where every movement matters. It can also be placed on a fixed workstation or attached to a mobile robot, making it easy to use in different places with very little setup. If you enjoy seeing technology like this, follow for more future innovations. This is just the beginning of smarter robots. Imagine sleeping on the ocean, in a floating pearl worth more than your house. Here's something wild. The pearl suites actually float on water, shaped and styled like a glowing pearl. That's the whole idea here. Pure elegance meets pure luxury. Step inside and you're wrapped in calm. It's peaceful, it's private, and it blends right into nature like it was always meant to be there. The design? Sleek and modern, with huge windows so you're staring straight out at endless ocean views. Every detail feels premium. Spacious rooms, top-tier amenities, the kind of comfort you'd expect from a 5-star resort. But here's the twist. The Pearl Suites are eco-friendly too. What if you could recharge your brain, just by wearing a headband? Meet Brain Loom. A wearable that's changing how we think about mental wellness. No needles, no surgery, just light. Here's how it works. Brain Loom uses gentle near-infrared light, aimed right at your head, in short sessions you can do every day. This isn't random tech, it's built on real research into how certain light wavelengths interact with your brain cells and their energy. The goal? Better focus, deeper relaxation, a clearer mind, even better sleep. And the best part, it's simple. No wires to untangle, no complicated setup. Just put it on, relax, and let it do its thing, right from your couch. Imagine a wind turbine that doesn't just make power, it saves it for later. Meet Ocean Hydro Omni. Out in the open ocean, there's a machine quietly solving one of wind energy's biggest headaches. It's called Ocean Hydro Omni, and it's not your typical turbine. Instead of the usual blades, it uses a spinning vertical rotor, kind of like a tall column twisting in the wind. Some versions even swap that out for a giant kite flying high above the sea, soaking up stronger winds way up there. Here's the clever part. Most wind systems send power straight to the grid the moment it's made. But wind doesn't always blow when we need electricity most. So this system stores the extra energy underwater, using pressure and gravity, almost like a giant underwater battery. When demand rises, it releases that stored power right when it's needed. The kite version alone is massive, over 4,000 square feet, flying up to a quarter mile above the ocean. It can store enough energy for tens of thousands of homes, recharging in just a few minutes. It's not just clean energy. It's clean energy on demand. Curious how this could change offshore power forever? Stick around, because the ocean's not done surprising us yet. Imagine a car that doesn't drive, it basically flies. Meet the fastest concept car ever imagined. This is the Chevrolet Chaparral 2X, and it's not your average car. It was built as a concept for a video game, but it feels ripped straight out of science fiction. The design takes inspiration from Chaparral's racing history and Chevrolet's boldest engineering ideas. Think of it as an experimental dream car, something built to feel like two extreme experiences fused into one. Picture the rush of flying in a wingsuit, mixed with the raw intensity of a MotoGP race. That's the feeling engineers were chasing. Instead of a normal engine, it uses a laser-powered propulsion system, blasting the car forward like a rocket. And the numbers back it up. Top speed? 250 miles per hour. 0 to 60? Just 1.5 seconds, faster than blinking. The Chaparral 2X isn't just a car. It's a glimpse into where motorsport technology could be headed next. What if your aircraft ran on both electricity and gasoline, and looked straight out of a sci-fi movie? Meet the Formula Drone 1, or FD1. It's a hybrid electric flying machine that takes off and lands vertically, no runway needed. 3 ducted fans arranged in a triangle formation keep it airborne, and it means business. Under the hood, 6 electric motors powered by a V12 gasoline engine sitting right up front, backed by 3 battery packs. So whether it's running on fuel or pure electric power, this thing stays in the air. And the design? Retro exhaust pipes angled backward. It looks like it flew straight out of the 1960s, but performs like the future. What if your camera could chase you, without anyone holding it? Forget hiring a camera crew or flying a drone. Meet Benny. A little robot that just follows you. No joystick, no operator, no internet needed. It's got a brain built in, so it knows who to track, dodges anything in its path, and keeps you perfectly in frame the whole time. And this thing isn't slow. Benny can hit almost 18 miles an hour, fast enough to keep up with runners, cyclists, basically anyone who refuses to sit still. It shoots crisp 4K video, and you've got options for storage, built-in memory, expandable cards, even a swappable battery so you can keep filming all day. Want more control? Switch to manual mode. Want a different look? Swap the accessories. Benny isn't just a gadget, it's your adventure's new camera crew, minus the crew. This robot can lift its own body weight, and it just got a major upgrade. Meet the GR2, a humanoid robot that just leveled up in a big way. It comes from Fourier Intelligence in Shanghai, and it's the upgraded version of the GR1, one of the most talked about robots in the humanoid space. So what's new? Pretty much everything. The GR2 is taller, heavier, stronger, and way smarter than its predecessor. It also moves with much better dexterity, thanks to major upgrades in its hands. Visually, it's a huge leap too. The earlier GR1 models looked a bit skeletal and unfinished, almost like a rough prototype. The GR2 looks polished, complete, and ready for the real world. And let's talk strength. The GR1 was already known for insane hip actuators strong enough to lift nearly its own body weight. Now imagine what the GR2, an even more powerful version, can do. This is humanoid robotics moving fast. Imagine flying above the water, powered by nothing but your own 2 legs. Meet the Jetcycle Max, and no, it's not electric. This thing runs on you. It's part pedal boat, part kayak, part hydrofoil, all rolled into one wild single-seat ride. Here's how it works. You pedal, just like a bike. That pedaling spins a propeller underwater. The propeller is connected to a hydrofoil, a wing-shaped blade that lifts the entire boat up and out of the water. Once you're up on that foil, drag drops, and suddenly you're gliding, not paddling. How fast? Up to 12 kilometers an hour, about 7.5 miles per hour. Not bad for leg power alone. And the best part? It's lightweight, easy to steer, and stays stable even when the water gets choppy. Imagine skipping traffic completely by flying above it in a pod that never touches the ground. Picture a city where you never sit in traffic again. That's the idea behind Tran. It's a system of small pods that zip through the city, but instead of driving on roads, they float above them on elevated tracks. These pods use magnetic levitation, the same kind of tech used in superfast trains, so they glide smoothly and quietly without burning tons of energy. No engines roaring, no exhaust, just a smooth ride high above the chaos of daily traffic. Here's the best part. Each pod is built for just one person or a small group, and it shows up when you need it. Imagine a flying machine so massive, it could lift a truck straight into the sky. Meet the giant quadcopter, a concept designed by Deer and Sot that could completely change how we move things. Picture a drone, but way bigger, industrial-sized big. This machine is built to carry heavy stuff. Not just packages, think machinery, equipment, even people. It's got 4 huge rotor blades, just like the drones you already know, except scaled way up for serious jobs. The idea is simple. Replace trucks and cranes with something that flies. No roads, no traffic, no waiting around. Just point it in the air and go. The giant quadcopter could be a game changer for places that are hard to reach, remote villages, disaster zones, or crowded cities where roads just can't keep up. It's a bold mashup of drone tech and heavy-duty logistics, built for a future where deliveries don't need a highway, they just need open sky. This off-road trailer costs more than most houses' down payments, and people are lining up to buy it anyway. Meet the Bruder Express 4, a camper trailer built for places most vehicles wouldn't dare go. This isn't your average weekend trailer. It's engineered for serious off-road adventure, with a suspension system so smooth, you'd barely know you're bouncing over rocks and ruts instead of cruising a highway. But here's the thing, it's not just tough. Step inside, and you get a fully insulated cabin, built to handle extreme weather. There's smart storage everywhere, and an exterior kitchen for cooking up meals under the stars. Solar power and water tanks mean you can go completely off-grid, no campsite, no hookups, just you in the wild. It's compact, it's durable, and it's built to last. And yes, it comes with a price tag to match, starting around $65,000, more if you load it up with extras. So, would you rough it in luxury, or stick to the basics? Drop your answer below. This isn't camping. This is conquering the outdoors in style. Imagine a car that floats. No wheels, no traffic, just pure flight through the sky. Picture this. A flying car gliding smoothly over a busy city while everyone else is stuck in traffic below. That's exactly what Airbus is building with their City Airbus Next Gen. It's sleek, it's futuristic, and it actually works. This thing has fixed wings, a cool V-shaped tail, and 8 electric propellers that lift it straight into the air. No noisy engine, no fuel, just clean electric power. It can fly up to 80 kilometers on a single charge and cruise at 120 kilometers per hour. Think about that for a second. That's fast enough to handle real city needs, like rushing a patient to the hospital, shuttling people across town, or even flying tourists over scenic spots. Airbus isn't doing this alone either. They're teaming up with partners worldwide to build the roads in the sky, basically the infrastructure and safety systems this needs to actually work. This isn't science fiction anymore. It's happening, and it's closer than you think. Meet Gyroscopic Transport, the vehicle that floats above traffic, balances on just 2 wheels, and never touches a rail. Sounds impossible? It's already being built. Picture this. You're stuck in traffic, watching the clock tick away. Now imagine gliding right over all of it. That's the idea behind Gyroscopic Transport, a wild new transport system. These futuristic pods balance on just 2 wheels using gyroscopes, the same tech that keeps a spinning top upright. That balance lets them zip through crowded cities smoothly and safely, no wobbling, no tipping. Here's the cool part. These pods travel above regular traffic. They're elevated, so they skip the gridlock completely and barely touch the ground space cities already struggle to find. Less room needed, less congestion created. There are no rails, no tracks. Just dedicated routes and clean energy powering every trip. That means passengers move quickly and safely, without adding a single gram of pollution to the air. This isn't just about beating traffic. It's about rethinking how cities move altogether, cutting emissions, freeing up road space, and making transportation feel sleek and effortless. Gyroscopic transport is a bold, futuristic vision. And it might be closer than you think. So, would you ride one? Drop your thoughts below. The future of getting around isn't on the road anymore. It's above it. This machine has 235 horsepower. And it was built to destroy mountains. Meet the Segway Villain SX20T. A beast built for off-road adventure. Under the hood is a turbocharged 2.0-liter engine cranking out 235 horsepower and 380 pound-feet of torque. That's serious muscle. Whether you're tearing through sand, mud, rocks, or steep mountain trails, this thing just eats terrain for breakfast. A smooth 7-speed automatic transmission lets you switch between 2-wheel and 4-wheel drive, so you're always in control, no matter what nature throws at you. The suspension gives you up to 21 inches of wheel travel, soaking up every bump like it's nothing. A luxury yacht that flies above the water, powered by hydrogen. Meet the Plerum. Picture a superyacht that doesn't just sail, it flies. That's the Plerum, a bold new concept from designer Pier Paolo Lazzarini. This isn't your typical yacht. Instead of pushing through waves like every other boat, the Plerum lifts itself completely above the water. It uses a foiling system inspired by America's Cup racing sailboats, the same tech elite sailors use to go insanely fast. Once the Plerum rises up on its foils, it takes off, reaching speeds up to 75 knots. For a boat that's 74 meters long, that's mind-blowing. So what's powering all this speed? 3 hydrogen fuel cell motors, working together to produce a massive 15,000 horsepower. No diesel, no heavy emissions, just clean, powerful performance. And here's the clever part. The foils themselves adjust. When the Plerum is docked, they shrink down to just 15 meters. But once you're cruising at full speed, they stretch out to 20 meters, plus a bit extra for stability. The Plerum isn't just a yacht. It's a glimpse into where luxury travel is headed. Curious what else is coming? Hit subscribe and stay ahead of the curve. The future of yachting doesn't touch the water, it flies above it. What if your house looked like it landed from another planet? And cost less than a used car? Meet the Space Capsule House G70F. It looks like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, but this thing is real, and you can actually live in it. The shell is shaped like an aerodynamic pod, built from the same tough aerospace materials used in spacecraft. That means it's lightweight, weatherproof, and built to last through pretty much anything nature throws at it. Step inside, and it feels less like a house and more like the cockpit of a spaceship. Built-in LED lighting sets the mood. Climate control keeps things comfortable. And you can even control parts of it with just your voice. Storage is cleverly tucked away out of sight, and the bed folds right into the space when you don't need it, so nothing feels cramped. Here's the real shocker though. All of this comes in at around $45,000. That's a fraction of what a traditional home costs. Drop it in a desert, tuck it into a forest, or place it on a city rooftop. The G70F proves tiny living doesn't mean giving anything up. Would you actually live in one of these? Let me know below. Because the future of home isn't coming, it's already parked outside. This jet doesn't need a runway, or a pilot. Meet the future of air combat. Air combat is changing fast, and AI is taking the lead. Shield AI's X-Bat is a next-gen unmanned aircraft that takes off and lands straight up and down, yet still flies long distances like a full-size fighter. No runway? No problem. It launches from ships, remote spots, even forward bases, giving military teams way more flexibility. Powered by Shield AI's HiveMind system, it keeps flying smart even when GPS is jammed or signals go dark. It can dogfight, strike targets, scout enemy territory, and jam electronics, all in one aircraft. Its compact size means more jets, less hassle. This is the next era of military flight. Smarter, faster, freer. Want more breakthroughs like this? Hit subscribe. You won't want to miss what's next. The future of combat isn't manned, it's minded. The chips powering your phone right now? They're not built by one machine. They're built by a system that thinks. Making the world's most advanced computer chips takes way more than one giant machine. ASML's answer is something called holistic lithography. Basically, a smart system that connects every step of chipmaking together instead of treating them separately. Here's the cool part. It watches the entire production process in real time, catching tiny flaws before they ever become real problems. Powerful computer models predict exactly how light and materials will behave, while ultra-precise scanning tools check patterns down to the nanometer. All that data feeds back into the system instantly, helping factories get more usable chips out of every single wafer. It even powers next-gen tech like EUV lithography, AI hardware, and advanced memory chips. The takeaway? It's not one big breakthrough, it's software, precision, and manufacturing working as a team. If tech like this blows your mind, hit follow. We break down the future of chipmaking every week. Because the smartest machines aren't just powerful, they're connected. What if one bike could replace your car for hauling stuff, hills included? Meet the trike that's about to change. Delivery for this cargo trike comes from a clever Japanese company, and it's built to carry some serious weight. We're talking up to 60 kilograms of cargo, groceries, packages, tools, you name it. Up front, it's got front-wheel drive powered by a strong 48-volt electric motor, pushing out 95 Newton-meters of torque. That's enough muscle to climb hills without breaking a sweat, even fully loaded. Powering it all is a high-performance 14-cell lithium-ion battery, giving you up to 50 kilometers of range in eco mode. So whether you're running a small business or just need extra hauling power, this trike handles it with ease. Want to see more rides like this? Hit subscribe so you never miss one. This isn't just a trike, it's a tiny truck with 2 wheels of attitude. Ever. What if your delivery truck could think for itself, cut emissions, and reshape an entire city's traffic? All at once? Meet the Geely Hom Truck, an electric truck built to change the way goods move through our cities. Forget the boxy, noisy trucks you're used to. This one looks sleek, almost futuristic, like it drove straight out of tomorrow. But looks are just the start. Under that smooth shell sits some serious smart tech. It can carry heavy loads without breaking a sweat, and it goes the distance too. Perfect for businesses that can't afford downtime. Here's the clever part. It's modular. That means companies can customize it to fit their exact needs, whether that's food delivery, freight, or something else entirely. And with built-in smart connectivity, businesses can track their trucks in real time, using data to find faster, smarter routes. What if one robot could build an entire floor? No crew, no delays, no mistakes. Meet the Mantis, a fully autonomous construction robot built to handle the heavy lifting humans used to do. Made by all three, it bridges the gap between factory-built parts and real on-site assembly. Its telescopic arm stretches over 4 meters and lifts more than 100 kilograms, placing structural pieces exactly where they need to go. What makes it special? It switches tools on the fly. Fastening, finishing, inspecting, placing. One machine, every job. It runs on AI, works inside tight urban sites, and snaps prefabricated modules together with pinpoint accuracy. What if your car never needed wheels again? Meet the Renault Float, a concept car that looks like it drove straight out of a sci-fi movie. Designed by Yunan Kai, this thing is basically a see-through bubble that floats above the road using maglev technology, the same kind of tech that powers those super-fast bullet trains. No wheels, no turning radius, it just glides, smoothly, in any direction, whenever it wants. Inside, there's room for 1 or 2 people, plus a cozy little lounge spot in the back so you can actually enjoy the view while you cruise above the clouds. But here's the wild part. Multiple floats can link up using magnetic connectors on the outside, forming a futuristic car train right there on the road. Getting in is easy too. Just slide the doors open. And the best part? You could summon one straight from an app, kind of like calling a rideshare. Would you ride in one? Drop your thoughts below. The future of travel might just be floating. $330,000 buys you a floating 5-star resort in the sky. Meet the Ether Cruise Airship. This isn't your average flight. The Ether Cruise Airship is a $330,000 ticket to pure luxury, floating high above the clouds. Think 5-star resort vibes, mixed with real adventure in the sky. The airship glides quietly through the air, giving you jaw-dropping views of the world below. No engine roar, no rush, just smooth, peaceful travel. Inside, it feels less like a cabin and more like a boutique hotel. Elegant rooms, modern comforts, and huge observation lounges with floor-to-ceiling windows that make you feel like you're floating on air itself. Hungry? Top chefs serve up gourmet meals right there in the sky. Want to unwind? Sink into a plush lounge or join in on curated onboard entertainment. It's part flight, part 5-star escape, and honestly, unlike anything else out there. Would you take this ride? Drop a comment and let us know. This is how the future travels. What if healing faster meant simply breathing? Meet Zubma, a next-gen oxygen chamber changing how we recover. It seals you in, raises the air pressure, and floods your body with pure oxygen, helping you heal faster and feel stronger. But here's what makes it different. No cramped, scary tube. You're reclined, comfortable, surrounded by a wide, clear view, so you actually relax instead of panicking. Smart digital controls manage your oxygen and pressure automatically, keeping every session safe and precise. This isn't just therapy, it's recovery, reimagined. Ready to breathe easier? Zubma might just be the future of healing. What if your motorhome had 2 queen beds, a full kitchen, and a garage for your toys, all packed into one machine? Meet the Starliner SL25. Proof that bigger isn't always better, but sometimes it sure helps. This thing is compact enough to feel practical, yet it's loaded with luxury you wouldn't expect. Think of it as a pocket rocket for the road. 2 queen-size beds, a garage packed with smart automation, premium touches everywhere you look. Now here's where it gets interesting. There's a special version called the SL25RG Executive, and it's actually longer than the standard model. We're talking over 30 feet of interior space, compared to just above 27 feet on the regular SL25. What does that extra length get you? Sleeping room for 4 people, in 2 real queen beds. Seating for 4 more during travel. A full bathroom, a full kitchen, a cozy dinette, a relaxing lounge area, and the finishing touches? They're straight out of a multi-million-dollar motorhome. Even a glass display cabinet, built to show off your finest crystal. Compact outside, massive inside. That's the Starliner difference. Want to see more machines like this? Hit subscribe and stay tuned. Because sometimes, the smallest footprint hides the biggest dream. This drone doesn't need a runway, a pilot, or even a brake, and it can fly for a full day straight. Meet the Camcopter S300. A massive leap forward in unmanned flight. Built by Schiebel, it's the bigger, tougher successor to their famous S100 drone, and it's built for jobs most machines can't handle. This thing takes off and lands straight up and down, so it doesn't need a runway. That means it can launch from a ship deck just as easily as from land. And once it's airborne, it can stay up there for close to 24 hours straight. Weighing in at up to 700 kilograms, it can carry a huge payload, up to 340 kilos of fuel and gear. Imagine a drone with actual arms, strong enough to grab a life ring and race it out to someone drowning, faster than any boat could ever get there. Meet a drone that's changing the way rescues happen. It only weighs about 44 pounds, but don't let that fool you. It can carry up to 22 pounds and fly at speeds up to 37 miles per hour. That means when someone's in trouble in the water, this thing can swoop in and drop a life ring almost instantly. On a full charge, it can stay in the air for 30 minutes, and it's built to handle rough weather too. It can even climb over 3 miles high. That kind of range and toughness makes it useful for way more than water rescues. Think hazardous zones, high-altitude jobs. Anywhere sending a person first would be risky. The people behind this drone believe it could genuinely make dangerous jobs safer for everyone involved. If you want to see more tech like this, stick around. This is just the beginning. Every second counts in a rescue. Now, drones are the ones racing the clock. Your laundry pile has a new enemy, and it's a robot. Meet the robot that wants to do your laundry for you. It's called the Dino laundry robot, and it's a real look at how far home robotics has come. This thing isn't just folding towels randomly, it's smart. Built-in sensors and precise robotic arms let it actually see your clothes, figure out what they are, and handle them the right way, no matter the fabric or how they're bunched up. Think about that for a second. It can pick up a shirt, recognize it's a shirt, and sort it, all on its own. This trailer can carry a machine that weighs as much as a house, and still hug every bump in the road. Meet the Komodo KMD4 Pendle Axle Low Loader. A trailer built for one job: hauling the heaviest, bulkiest machinery without breaking a sweat. Its steel frame is tough as nails, and the 4-axle pendle suspension spreads the weight evenly, so it stays steady even on rough, uneven ground. Need to move something extra long? The platform extends to fit oversized loads without losing strength or safety. That axle design also lets each wheel flex independently, keeping tires planted firmly for better control on tricky terrain. From construction gear to transformers and industrial equipment, this trailer handles it all, and Komodo even customizes builds for your exact needs. Want hauling power you can trust? This is it. Big loads, zero compromises. That's Komodo engineering. Forget cars. Imagine standing up and flying to work. Meet the Cool Fly, a flying machine you actually stand up in. No runway needed, it just lifts straight up and lands straight down. It's built for one person, super light at around 110 kilograms, and it can carry that same weight in cargo. Top speed? About 100 kilometers per hour. Multiple electric motors and backup systems keep it safe. It's already flown over 30,000 miles in testing. One day, this could be how we commute, respond to emergencies, or beat traffic completely. Imagine surviving sub-zero in a total whiteout, using nothing but snow. When you're stuck somewhere freezing, with zero visibility and no phone signal, you need shelter fast. That's exactly why this emergency shelter was built. Instead of fighting the cold, it works with it. Inspired by snow caves and traditional Inuit igloos, this shelter actually uses snow as building material, not as your enemy. It traps snow around itself for insulation, and you can set it up in seconds. A robot that skates on ice, crawls through sand, and swims like a stingray. All in one machine? Meet Valix, a strange new robot from Fluent Energy Systems. This company usually builds green energy tech, but they took that same technology and turned it into something wild. A machine that moves like nothing you've seen before. Most robots are built for land or for water, not both. Valix breaks that rule completely. It glides across sand, snow, pebbles, and even ice, using a rippling, wave-like motion inspired by stingrays and millipedes. That's what makes it so smooth and agile. Here's the twist. The fins powering Valix were actually first designed to generate electricity from rivers. That's why they're tough enough to survive crashes and debris without breaking down. Thanks to this design, Valix is being called the world's first true ice skating robot. Right now, the team is hunting for funding to push this tech further, from deep-sea missions to high-speed travel across frozen ground. Follow along as we track how far this shape-shifting robot can go. This tiny trailer looks like it drove straight out of the 1950s, but wait until you see what's inside. Meet the Barefoot Travel Trailer, proof that camping doesn't mean giving up comfort. Its curvy, rounded fiberglass body gives it that classic, retro look you just don't see anymore. But it's not just about looks. Step inside and you get an open, flowing layout with real breathing room, finished off in a gorgeous sea glass pearl paint job that turns heads everywhere it goes. This is glamping done right. It's built for people who want their road trips to feel special, not cramped. Whether you're parked at a campsite or rolling through a small town, this trailer sparks conversations wherever it stops. It blends old-school charm with modern comfort, giving you a home away from home that's as stylish as it is practical. If you're chasing unforgettable adventures without sacrificing comfort, this could be your perfect travel companion. Would you take the Barefoot on your next trip? Drop your thoughts below. That's the kind of camper that turns a road trip into a story worth telling. What if the tires under your car have been quietly powering vehicles since World War II, and you never even noticed? Meet Hankook Tire, a name that's been rolling strong since 1941, all the way from South Korea. Over the decades, they've grown into one of the biggest tire makers on the planet, built for everything from your everyday car to massive trucks and buses. Here's what sets them apart: serious research and development. That's why Hankook makes tires for every season, summer, winter, or all year round, built to handle real roads and real weather. But here's the best part. Hankook doesn't chase premium price tags. They sit right in the middle of the market, giving you real quality without breaking the bank. Now, Tire prices usually swing between $60 and $200, depending on size and performance level. Imagine a plane that skips the runway completely, and outflies almost everything in its class. Meet the aircraft from Otis Aviation. It's electric, it's hybrid, and it takes off straight up, no runway needed. Most vertical takeoff planes tilt their wings or spin their rotors to get airborne. Not this one. Otis uses something called a blown wing. It pushes air over the wing to create lift, using flaps instead of tilting parts. Fewer moving pieces means fewer things to break, and a smoother ride for passengers. They built floating solar panels on a lake in Albania, and it's changing how we think about clean energy forever. Imagine giant solar panels. Not on a rooftop, not in a field, but floating on water. That's exactly what's happening in Albania right now. A company called Ocean Sun, working with Statkraft, has placed 4 massive circular solar platforms on the Banja Reservoir. Each one stretches 70 meters wide. Together, they produce 2 megawatts of clean electricity. Here's what makes them special. Instead of heavy, expensive frames, these floaters use a thin, flexible plastic membrane to hold the solar panels. That design keeps the panels cooler, and cooler panels produce more energy. It also costs less to install. The whole system went live in 2022, and it's expected to generate around 3 gigawatt-hours of electricity every single year. That's enough to power thousands of homes, from a lake. Clean energy isn't coming. It's already here, floating right in front of us. If this blew your mind, hit subscribe. We cover innovations that are quietly changing the world. What if your commute took 15 minutes, through the air? Meet the AltoVolo Sigma, and it's unlike anything you've seen before. This hybrid electric aircraft carries 3 passengers, handles up to 270 kilograms of payload, and squeezes into a footprint just 4.8 meters wide. Think of it as a flying car that actually makes sense. Under the hood, a patent-pending tilting jet propulsion system pumping out a jaw-dropping 1,608 horsepower. It cruises comfortably at 220 miles per hour, and can push all the way to 290. What if you could turn a single photo of someone you love into a living, talking hologram sitting right on your desk? Meet the Anima View, a holographic display that makes science fiction feel like your Tuesday morning. You take one photo, just one, and this device transforms it into a 3D avatar that moves, talks, and actually responds to you in real time. Your grandma, your dog, a character you imagined, suddenly, alive on your desk. Each hologram gets its own voice, look, and personality. It's not a looping GIF. It's not a screensaver. It reads emotions and simulates real reactions, making every interaction feel genuinely personal. This flying yacht doesn't need runways, roads, or rules. It just floats into the sky. Meet the Air Yacht V2, a wild concept from designer Lazzarini that looks like nothing else on Earth. Instead of wings, it uses 2 giant helium balloons on either side of a center pod, kind of like a flying catamaran. That design lets it take off and land right on water, no runway needed. The balloons are covered in solar panels, feeding power to 8 electric motors, each pushing out nearly 1,000 horsepower. It's not built for speed, it's built for distance. This thing can stay airborne for up to 48 hours straight before it needs to touch down. And inside? Pure luxury. Up to 20 guests can relax across 10 cabins, with a private master suite tucked into the central pod for total privacy. It's part yacht, part aircraft, part flying mansion. Would you spend 2 days living in the sky? What if an entire city could just float? No land, no routes, just ocean, sunlight, and one giant pyramid. Meet the Lazzarini Pyramid, a wild idea for a city that floats on water. It's inspired by ancient Mayan pyramids and Japanese temples, blending old-world design with futuristic thinking. The whole town is self-sufficient, meaning it can survive completely on its own, powered by the sea around it. At the heart of it sits one massive pyramid, resting on a floating platform the size of a small stadium. Inside, it's basically a 10-story building rising 30 meters above the water. And it's not just living space. Think hotel rooms, shops, spas, gyms, even movie theaters, all packed inside one structure. Power comes from solar panels and water turbines, so the whole place runs on clean energy. The goal? To build the world's first floating city, a place where luxury and sustainability actually work together. It sounds like science fiction, but designers are serious about making it real. Would you ever live on water like this? What if a MotoGP champion's craziest ride wasn't on the track, but parked outside his house? Meet Maverick Viñales, one of Spain's biggest MotoGP stars, and his nickname is literally MV12. Born in Figueres, Spain, back in January 1995, he turned pro in 2011 and came out swinging, grabbing 4 wins in his very first World Championship season. Just 2 years later, in 2013, he claimed the Moto3 world title. Then in 2015, he stepped up to MotoGP with Team Suzuki X-Star, and it didn't take long before he was winning. His first MotoGP victory came at the 2016 British GP. When he signed with Movistar Yamaha in 2017, he opened the season with back-to-back wins. There were bumps along the way, sure, but he kept proving he was a serious threat on the track. But here's the twist: off the track, Viñales is just as famous for his motorhome. It's called the MV12, and it's basically a 2-story home on wheels, loaded with luxury and cutting-edge tech most people would never expect. What if your kid's next best friend was a robot that actually teaches them to code? Meet Miko 3, an AI robot buddy built for kids between 5 and 10. It's not just a toy. It's a little companion that turns playtime into real learning. Miko has a bright touchscreen face, a camera, sharp speakers, and microphones that let it see, hear, and respond to your child. It notices facial expressions, listens to speech, and even reacts to gestures. It genuinely feels alive. Smart sensors help it move around safely, and strict child safety standards keep every bit of content age-appropriate. New games, stories, and activities roll out every month, so kids never get bored. What if your next ride could take off from water, or fly silently above city traffic? These futuristic aircraft are turning science fiction into reality. The Icon aircraft is more than just a plane. It's built for people who love adventure and want a fun flying experience. This unique light sport aircraft can land on both water and land, giving pilots the freedom to explore places that most planes can't reach. Flying the Icon feels like a real adventure. One day you could be soaring through the sky, and the next you could be landing on a peaceful lake. Safety is also a big focus. Its special spin-resistant design and built-in parachute system help pilots fly with greater confidence. The base model starts at around $269,000, while a fully equipped version can cost up to $389,000 for those who want every premium feature available. What if your car and your bike had a baby, and it cost less than €4,000? Meet the Camcopter e-bike Mark -1, and yes, it's exactly what it looks like. This thing is a fully enclosed electric bike that gives you the cozy feel of sitting in a car while still getting all the freedom of cycling. It's not a car. It's not a regular bike. It's something in between, and honestly, it might be the smartest way to get around town. One charge takes you up to 100 kilometers. That's your whole week of commuting handled without touching a fuel pump. The ride is smooth too. We're talking car-grade suspension soaking up every bump, plus hydraulic disc brakes keeping you in full control no matter the weather. Want to level it up? You can add a solar panel to charge on the go, heated seats for those cold mornings, and app-based GPS tracking so you always know where your ride is. All of this for under €4,000. If you've been waiting for a smarter, greener way to commute, this might just be it. Drop a comment below. Would you daily drive this thing? The future of commuting just got a lot more interesting. This car drives itself. No steering wheel, no driver, no problem. Meet ROI, a fully self-driving shuttle built in South Korea by a company called Autonomous A2Z. No driver, no fixed route, just smart tech doing all the work. ROI can carry up to 11 people at once, weaving through busy city streets on its own. That's what engineers call Level 4 autonomy. Basically, the vehicle handles everything itself. No human needed, as long as it's running within its planned zone. But this isn't just about the tech. Step inside and you'll notice the little details. A big front screen keeps passengers in the loop. USB ports keep your phone charged. There's a ramp built right in, so wheelchair users can roll on with ease. The seats are shaped for comfort, and the climate adjusts automatically, so you're never too hot or too cold. What if a motorcycle could never tip over, even at a dead stop? Meet the EV Gyrocar C1. It looks like a motorcycle, but it rides like nothing you've ever seen. Inside, spinning gyroscopes work non-stop to keep it perfectly balanced, even standing still. No kickstand, no tipping over, just pure, steady balance. And this thing isn't slow either. The C1 can hit speeds over 100 miles per hour, lean into corners up to 45 degrees, and go 170 miles on a single charge. That's a full day of riding without stopping to plug in. Here's the real magic. When you turn or hit a bump, the gyroscopes absorb the wobble, not you. That means a smoother, safer ride, even in situations that would send a regular motorcycle sliding. What if your lawn mowed itself, even on hills, even around obstacles, without a single cable in the ground? Meet the Mimotion Luba 2AWD, a robotic mower that actually thinks for itself. No boundary wires, no complicated setup, just drop it on your lawn and let it work. It uses GPS and 3D camera technology to map your yard and navigate it precisely, all on its own. And with all-wheel drive plus smart suspension, it handles steep slopes and uneven ground without breaking a sweat. We're talking hills up to 38 degrees and bumps up to 8 centimeters tall. Two powerful cutting blades cover up to 5,000 square meters a day. You can even split your yard into up to 60 separate zones and customize exactly how each one gets mowed. It detects obstacles using AI, ultrasonic sensors, and 3D vision, so your garden furniture, kids' toys, and pets stay safe. What if the cure for burnout costs just $42,000 and fits in your backyard? Meet the Huga Mini, a tiny wooden house that feels like a warm hug the moment you step inside. Built with clean Scandinavian style, it's proof that small spaces can hold big comfort. Huge windows stretch across the walls, pulling in soft morning light and painting golden shadows by evening. Every corner is designed with purpose. Smart storage keeps things tidy, sleek fixtures keep it modern, and nothing feels cramped or wasted. Picture curling up on the built-in bench with hot cocoa, or writing your next big idea by the window while the world slows down outside. This isn't just a home, it's a full lifestyle reset. For $42,000, you're not just buying four walls. You're buying peace, simplicity, and room to breathe. Ready to trade chaos for calm? The Huga Mini might just be your next home. Sometimes the biggest change starts in the smallest space. What if your oven could cook a perfect steak better than a Michelin star chef, every single time? Meet the Agari Smart Cooker, a countertop oven that uses AI to deliver restaurant-quality meals at the push of a button. No guesswork, no plastic bags, no temperature probes, just perfect results, every single time. Here's how it works. The moment you place your food inside, two built-in cameras and an infrared sensor scan it, reading the exact size, thickness, and food type. Then the cooker sets everything automatically. It starts with low-temperature pressure cooking, locking in moisture and nutrients up to 3 times faster than traditional sous vide. Then, in under 60 seconds, it ramps the internal temperature up to 550 degrees Fahrenheit for that perfect restaurant-style sear. A real-time AI adjusts heat and pressure every second, so your steak, chicken, or fish hits the exact doneness you want, every time. The cooker fits standard kitchen counters, runs on a regular 120 volts outlet, and comes with a built-in 7-inch touchscreen and Wi-Fi for automatic updates. Imagine a bus with no driver, and a whole room inside it. Meet the Pix Robobus. It's not just a bus, it's a moving space that becomes whatever you need. Had a rough day at work? Turn it into a lounge and unwind. Love reading? Make it your own cozy little nook. Need coffee on the go? The Robobus turns into a mini cafe. Even want a quick workout? Yep, it can be your private gym too. All of this rides on PIX's own flexible chassis system, kind of like a skateboard platform that can be reshaped for different uses. And here's the wild part, it drives itself. No steering wheel, no driver, just smooth, calm, self-driving comfort for up to 6 people at once. Size-wise, the Robobus is compact. Under 4 meters long, under 2 meters wide, just over 2 meters tall. but it packs a 21.5 kilowatt-hour battery, giving it a range of about 62 miles per charge. Floating on Amsterdam's quiet canals is the Dutch Cat Houseboat, a place like nothing else on Earth, built entirely for cats. Right now, around 50 of them call it home, curling up in cozy corners, getting fed, groomed, and loved every single day. It all started back in 1968. A woman named Henriette van Wielde had a soft spot for stray cats, and what began as a simple sailing barge slowly turned into the Dutch Cat Houseboat you see floating on the canal today. Every cat here is looked after properly, vaccinated, microchipped, and sterilized, so they're healthy and safe. It's a small act of kindness that's grown into something pretty remarkable. And here's the best part. You don't just have to hear about it. The Dutch Cat Houseboat is open to visitors. You can step aboard, meet the cats, soak in the calm of the water, and if one of them steals your heart, you might even walk away having adopted a new best friend. It's a perfect little symbol of how much Amsterdam loves its cats. So next time you're in the city, why not stop by and say hello? Because sometimes, the best souvenirs have 4 legs and a purr. There's a boat in Amsterdam where every single passenger is a cat.